This is Nick with Build Brothers Roofing. Starting my digital inspection at 123 Sellsway Street. On top of a flat roof, we have a firewall that divides the two units. Each are owner occupied. We have a torch down modified bitumen roofing material that's on this roof at the moment. Lots of leaks are coming from this firewall. We can see we've had some tarps come up here just to kind of stop it from leaking. It seems to me like a lot of water is just getting in between this coping metal. And it's just sitting. So we can see all these repairs that kind of have been done over the past. That water just sits and it ends up finding a way every time it rains. We can also see that the material on this roof is really just starting to degrade. So that's all the fiberglass that is showing through. Once that fiberglass starts to show through, essentially what that means is that the oils on this torch down material have started to evaporate. And you can see what happens. It becomes very, very soft at this point. I mean, that's essentially like a hole that's right in your roof. So water's gonna be getting in every time. Lots of repairs have been done. That bleed out is starting to crack. So water's gonna be getting underneath, and then we can see just how loose this material is starting to get also. So if my finger is getting underneath it, then water will be getting underneath it as well. I'll work my way to the bottom section. Let me put this foam down really quickly. The other issue, flip you around. The other issue that I'm seeing is that we got a lot of drainage problems over here. So we can see where water just kind of ponds and sits every time it rains. Whenever we have ponding water, see how deep that is. Water is always going to find a way, especially on a material like this. Okay, we got a bunch of penetrations that have been repaired over the past. All those penetrations, the material that was used to repair has started to deplete. So those repairs are no longer adequate at this point. Same thing over here. We're gonna have the same issues along this section. We can see all that mastic is starting to crack. So water's gonna be getting into those solar tubes every time. And then we have the same drainage issues over here on this side. You can see where water just sits and sits and sits and sits. And again, whenever water just sits in areas like this, it's always a leak waiting to happen. So, you know, in my professional opinion, what needs to happen is this roof needs to be replaced. What we can do, my suggestion would be to install a TPO roof. Again, more fiberglass. TPO is more of a commercial grade product. It is made to withstand ponding water like this, so that whenever water ends up sitting, that's okay. It can sit on that TPO material and won't end up penetrating the roof. But all these penetrations need to be redone. And once that new TPO material is installed, well, now the homeowner won't have to deal with these issues again, for the next 30 years or so. There can be some repairs that are done on this roof. We can have our guys come out and seal off, these penetrations. They can also go ahead and possibly just seal off the center here, and same thing down there, just to try to stop that water from coming in. But ideally what I'd like to do is have that TPO go right over this center section to ensure the proper waterproofing. That's it for my inspection.